Hey, hey, hey. Let me know if you can hear me, because I can't hear a thing. It's so weird. But here we go. So, welcome to Teek's Tip Time. You're starting the Vectober challenge if you're watching with this channel. And let's get into it, because I can't wait. Firstly, I'll show you the days that we're going to be doing. Obviously, yesterday was the first. Hey, Bella. Hope you can hear me okay. Hey, Stepma. Yeah, like, I can't hear it. Absolutely nothing at all, so help me out. So yeah, I was just telling you about the days. So yesterday we did Apparition, which is, this is my one of it. Just here. Can you hear the music that I've got going as well? Because I can't. But there should be music going as well, like speaking music. Hi, Nikki. So today's is gonna be the bat. And there's the rest there. You can check that out on my Discord or on my Instagram, no problem. So we're gonna go through some entries that we've had. We've had quite a few. So let's go straight into it. We got Bella's day 1 entry, the Apparition. You hear strange music, good, yeah. Yeah, I put that in there, but I was like, I can't hear it. So I hope it all works. Usually, because I'm not going to be talking very much when I'm doing. So, now you know. So that's Bella's. Go to Mavericks. We got Second Terrors. We got Zeros. And we got Nikki's. Then we get into day 2, which is today the bats. The first entry is Bella with this one. Yeah, she did 2 entries for today. So this is her other one. We got Mavericks. Just here. We got Second Terrace. Just here. And I think that's it for entries. That's quite a few. So, how do you enter to get your own entries on the live? Just join our Discord community, or just send it to me direct. Either way. But here's the QR code to join the. Hang on, I'm just checking. I have a big delay. Oh no. I'm so worried about this live because I can't hear it or anything. So if it's got a delay, I'm so sorry, I don't know. So yeah, there's a QR code for the Discord. You can find the link in the description. Along with Vectober, we still have our weekly live, weekly Q&A, I mean, that we always do. So any questions you've got, just ask. And as always, here's how to ask. You can ask me direct in chat, ask in the comments, ask in our Q&A in our Discord, or ask in the Facebook community. There's a QR code for both, or you can just click the link in the description of this video. So getting on to what we're doing today, which is the bat. So as you can see, there's my sketch bit there. There's demons, so you can see it better. So that is, I think they call it the wireframe or something. The blue that you see there. Then I do the character with like black pencil, and any props like the tree, etc. I do that in red so that I know when I'm vectoring it, like what's what. So what I've done is I've already done the flats for this as requested by the club, and then what we're going to do is do the full rendering of the vector, like the shadows, the highlights, etc. And I'll show you a few hints and tips to do with that, and that's what we're going to do today. If I do go a bit quiet, it's because I'm concentrating on the drawing. I'm really sorry, but hopefully you'll learn something today as well. So who knows the black? Who knows the purple and yellow technique? I have mentioned it before, but this is what I'm going to be using today. Just going to go into the bar itself and show you what I mean. So we just get a shape, say. Let me just choose this bit of the bar here. Now you've seen it from me. I have mentioned it on my live, so yeah, so it's all good. So if I just make this any kind of purple, like this will be the shadows. The purple shadows. And when you're on that shadow as such, that purple box, if you go to the blend mode and change it to multiply, then just dig it down, probably about 50% or so, maybe more, depends on the color. But you'll see what that does is as you move it around, no matter what the color is, it will darken just that color. So it's ideal for doing shading because you don't have to match sort of like all, you know, darken all the color as such that it is, it just does it. That's the beauty of purple and multiply. Now when it comes to highlights, I use the yellow, so we'll just turn that to yellow, and then I use something called screen in the blend modes. Screen, you basically want this to be about 20% or so, not as high as the other one, and this will do the same for highlights. So you can see it just lightens the color of wherever I put it across, like this, like that. And there we go. So that is the purple and yellow technique. Hopefully you've learned something new there. I know the technique. Its name I can't. Yeah, I got. I've just made it as the purple and yellow technique. I can't remember exactly what it is. So let's get into this. Like that. So first off, I start with the head. Actually, no, forget that. First off, you pick where the sunlight's going to be coming from. So to represent that, I'm just going to draw a yellow sun in this corner. And that is the direction that the sunlight's going to go. So now you know. Like any shadows will be anything that that sun can reach. And the highlights will be anything that the sun does reach. Sounds a bit strange, but I'll show you now. So you starting with the head. I'll just go into the head layer. And go on to pen tool. So the sun going this way, this side of the face. This whole side here. Just change that to a purple. Clip it into the base so it's not going outside the line. Like that inside. And what we'll do is then you could just go multiply. We'll take it down to about 50%. And I think that'll be good. I'll just go into node tool and make it where I want it to be now. Right there. Yep, about there. So that is that little bit of the face done. Like I say, it's because the sun will be hitting the right hand side of the face and not the left hand side. And you can pretty much copy that all the way down the character. So go to is the one next. This bit. And do the same again. So this left hand side. And you just follow the curve round. So it'll be this bit. And what you can't see is there will actually be a little crease where the arm is. So right there. And then you follow it round. And then always flick just that little end. Whenever you come to an end, just flick it up. Or that's what I do anyway. Please note, this is just my technique. It might not be right. So just click that into the body. Change the blend mode. And take it down to 50%. And now I'll just go to node tool and tidy it up. Sorry if I do silent, I'm just concentrating. So these bits here would actually have to be smooth. Just letting it snake and make it smooth. This bit of the arm, like I said, would have a little I don't know what you would call it, like a little groove under the armpit. Put in there, and you don't want too much shadow, so just on that very edge, and then these two would have to be smooth as well, like this. Again, make it towards the edges, and then whenever you come to an edge like this, I always give it a little flick back towards the opposite direction like this one here. It just gives it that finished look that I like. And as you can see, he's already starting to look. Would you only use the purple, yellow instead? Oh yes, this is cell shading. It's my style. If you were doing soft shading, it would be a whole different kettle of fish. It would be I suppose you could use this, couldn't you? Because you could then select them. I'm just wondering if this will work. I don't know because I didn't do this. Can we go FX and then Gaussian blur a little bit? And there we go. That's kind of cool. So a little bit of soft shading for you there. But I don't like that style for me. But if that helps you, that's cool. So let's turn that back off. And there we go. Yes, I love it. Good. Glad that helped. So I'm jumping around a bit, but the next thing I'm gonna do is this top here on the left. If I can find it, just there, I think. Now I'm gonna go just on the purple bit. Now I'm gonna do from right there to here. And clip it inside. Just like so. I don't know why it always adds a stroke, it annoys me. So I just turn it off. And then go to node tool. Bend it round. Just so it matches that curve there. Like so. That's perfect. Oh, did I didn't change the blend mode. That's a different color. So change that blend mode 50%. Multiply. And now it matches the rest. Perfect. So now we can go down that leg on this drawing are joined together. So on the legs, you'd actually the sun would only hit the right hand side of them. So it would actually be both parts of the left hand side of the leg or right hand side, depending on how you're looking at the back, because it's upside down. So on this one, what I would actually do is start here. I know it sounds strange, but the feet would actually cause their own shadow because they stick out. And then you go up the left hand side of the leg like this, but also the body would create its own shadow. So I would do this kind of thing for one of the shadows. I'm gonna have to do it twice. Get rid of that stroke again. Change the blend mode 30%. And I'd go to node tool. Clip it into the legs. Now you're gonna have to use 2 lots of soft here. Smooth, I mean. Like this. We're gonna have to do a little bit of adjusting of the nodes so it matches the shape of the body and the shape of that leg. Right there. Now we're gonna have to do the same thing on the other side. So to make that easier, I'm just gonna duplicate it, go to the move tool, and just move it over to the other side. Save time. Line that up so it works perfect. And there we go. So he's getting there. Let's do the feet now. So this is another weird one. Let's find that one first. This one, the feet are a bit strange. So if you can imagine the toes, you would see light on one side of the toe, but not on the other side. So the shadow would actually be a bit like this. I'll show you now. It's a bit strange. So this left-hand side, you would actually see, this right-hand side, I mean. So you'd actually have the shadow. Sorry, my voice is going. You'd actually have the shadow coming up this side of the leg, this side of the toe, but then back down, and up this side of the toe, and back down, and up this side of the toe, and actually it would carry on up the foot a little bit. It'll make sense when I drop that streak. Go to multiply 50%, and then I put that into the foot, into the toes. Right now I can fix it. Something like this. I'm gonna put another node here. So it does what I want. Oh, I can never click it. Wait, my hand's terrible. Yeah, about there. Now on the other foot, you'd actually get the opposite, because the sun's still coming from that same direction. So just put the X so we're not on that pen layer at all. Now this one, you'd actually have the same, like a mirror image of that one up there. So you'd have it from here again, up to here, and up to here, and then right there almost on the toe, foot I mean. So there we go. Why is that in? Oh, it's not in the right foot, that's why. Just move the layer into the other foot and underneath the actual toe lines so that we can see them. Yep, there we go. Now I'll just fix it actually. So I put, no, so multiply 50% just so it all matches. And now I'll move the nodes. This. And like that. I have to modify that a little bit. And that one needs to be a bit deeper. So I'll have to put another node in there so it comes out a little bit. And that doesn't look right there. So I just have to move that one. So yeah, we're getting there. Hope everyone's following along with that. I know I did that a bit strange, a bit quick. So going away from the feet, I'm actually going to go back to the other ear now. If I can find it. I jump around. So this ear here is going to be a little bit different to the other ear because again it's on the left hand side of what you're looking at. So I'm going to be coming up here with the shadow. Just like that. I'll grip it into that ear. Then put the multiply 50% up. Like so. And these two will have to be smooth. Now I'll just change the adjust nodes to make it work. Like that. Like that. There we go, perfect. Now then, the wing itself. This looks so great. Good, thanks. Yeah, the wing itself is a bit of an odd one. So I'll show you that one because that is a weird one. So the wing, get this side first. So the wing is actually, I know you can't see it because it's flat, but it would actually be kind of like arc shaped. So when we do the shadow, we have to take that into consideration. So first off, let's do the easy shadow, which is basically anywhere where his body is would cause a shadow on the wing. We can do that one. Same normal way. So I'll apply 50% and clip it into the wing. So it's not inside. And these two have got to be smooth. Now I'll just adjust the needs so it looks right. Sorry if I'm going too fast. I do this a lot, as you can tell. So there we go. A little bit. There. But I'm gonna wave on the body a little bit with that nude, so we can keep that shape. So that's our first shadow. Would be on the back, just there. Now, the other shadow on the wing, this is where it gets weird. So, he's got a cute roundish belly. Yeah, he's little tubby butt. So, if you can imagine, these wings are actually like art. Each time you see a line is art. So, the shadow would actually be just before the line here, but also the line would cause a shadow. So this would be one of the shadows just here. Just gonna do the same. Might apply 50% and grab the notes already clipped in. So you'd actually have more of a shadow on this side than you would on this side, so that is the right. And right there, and bring this right up. Right there. And then you do that on the other line as well. So just make another one just here. Make that purple as well. Multiply 50%. And then bend it with the wing, so like that. Again, you'd have a bit more this side the wing than that side. You gotta watch out that these two don't interfere with each other, because as you can see, two lots multiply will actually make the shadow darker. So I bring it very to the point, and then I'll have to click on the other one and bring that one out to the point as well. Just there. So that they don't interfere, and then I'm looking at like the first one that we did. Actually, that would be about right, because that would make the shadows a bit dark under there. So that's good, we'll leave that. Yeah, and that's how the wings are. And then the other side, you have to do the opposite. So let's get into this wing. Go to pen tool. I will do same body here. Just that. This is so much harder to do on stream. Go to NATO, go into multiply 50%. Make these two smooth. Have it curve around that body a little bit. Actually, there'd be less of a shadow on this side, because this is where the sun is, so you'd actually see less of it. I'm gonna have to add more nights. Back in a minute. Okay, see you in a bit. You'll see you'd have a thicker shadow on the left hand side than you would on the right. Yeah, so I'm trying to work it out in my head as well as we go. Make sure I'm correct in what I'm saying. Get that out of the way of the black line. There. So now we do the opposite on these lines. So you'd actually have more of a shadow this side than you would this side. Get rid of the streak, go into multiply 50%. Sorry if this is bored anyone, it's a bit repetitive. So you'd have more shadow and then less shadow. So, and then the same on the other light. Pull that one in. You'd have more shadow here than you would there. And get rid of the streak. I don't know why it keeps adding it. So annoying. Maybe they fixed it. Gonna go to multiply 50%. And then like I say you have more shadow here. And I can grab it. Less shadow here. Again, watch this part. It doesn't overlap, make it darker than it really is. Just trying to get it. It's so annoying. I can get this one. Do the same. There we go. So, getting there. On this bar. What else we gotta do? Oh yeah, his hair. So, putting that layer there. Again, we're gonna have to wash out that black line because it's separate. But on the hair, the sun is coming from the left, so you'd actually have little shadows on the right. Just right to there. And again on this one. So that. Take that streak away, it's so annoying. Clip that underneath that line so that we can see it. And then fix this with the nodes. These two are gonna have to be smooth. This one in particular is gonna have to be up where the line is, in a little bit, out a little bit. If that makes sense. Because of how the hair is. And you want very, very little on these. Very little shadow. We could go into shading the eyebrows and stuff, but I ain't got time right now. So let's go to the inner ears. So this pink bit here. Start with this side then, as we picked it. Now these ears, you're gonna have. It's gonna go down to here, but it's also gonna come up to here. and back down again, and then up. So it's going to be whole piece there. The same. So you multiply 50%. And this is where you'll see that what I like about it, because it's already showing you the pink, darker pink color is just automatic. So just click that inside the pink bit, just like that. There we go. And now I'm just going to adjust these nodes. Now these two are going to have to be smooth. I'm going to have to have a bit of a curve on each one. See, like that, and like that. That goes up into this middle. I'm going to have slightly less on this side, and more on this side. And it's going to be the same on the other one. So nervous doing this live just in case I mess it up in some way. So I'm gonna go down here, but back up, then down and then up, and cover all this bit of the air. And we're gonna take off the streak. We're gonna go to multiply 50%. If we can get it to 50, yeah. And clip it inside the pink bear. Now that one's already gone smooth, so this one needs to join it. Just like that. I make them both curve. Like so. Now with the sun coming that way, we're gonna have less of a shadow this side. Sorry, my voice is going again. Damn thing. Yeah, more of a shadow this side, like it is, so that's good. So we're definitely getting there with shadows. Trying to think where to go next. Let's go to the branch. Get that out of the way. Yeah, where's the branch? Straight down there. So pick the branch layer. Now then, what we're going to have is shadows on the underneath of the branch, like the down bit of the branch, because of where the sun is. So we're going to go basically near the bottom here. Now when it comes to the feet, we're actually going to go around the feet, because they would cause their own shadows. We're going to have to come back to that little knob. That bit. And I'll come back for that bit as well. And zoom into the right. Same again. Multiply 50%. Oh, I can't get. You never do. So clipping it inside the tree. Oh, I went the wrong way with these. Like that. And like that. Oh, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I went the wrong way with something else. What I did the wrong bit of the branch. Yeah, we want to do this bit of the branch. That's what it is. Let's make this smooth. We want to go just, there's the tiniest little bit of shadow on the branch. Go around these feet. They've got a bit of a curve to them, like so. There's a bit of a curve on this as well. Now then, with this bit, I thought we'd have to do Sorry about that. I didn't mean. I didn't mean that. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this for a bit. I'm not gonna be able to do it how I want to do it, so I'm gonna have to actually get rid of all these nodes and then come down and do this bit first. So we're gonna have to make these smooth. Yeah, have it coming down into here first. Like I say, whenever you get to the end of it, I always make it come back up a little bit. Off like so. And then we're gonna have to make this bit its own separate bit. So let's go to pen tool again. Let's start from here. And let's do this bit. Right here. We're gonna have to do this in 3 bits on me. I just noticed. So making that multiply 50%. You've run out of time. What time is it? I didn't even realise because I'm doing this. 4:42. I'm trying to hurry. But yeah, if I didn't get through the highlights and stuff, I'll show you them on the glove. This does take a little while, to be fair. Yeah, do this bit. And this bit will actually be the other side, so luckiest zebra. If you would want to do like this side of it. Just there. Make that multiply 50%. Wow. Yeah, not easy. Very not easy. Just make these smooth. And see, if I was doing this properly, I'd do like textures on this wood and also. Yeah, just like that. It makes it look sort of 3D-ish kind of thing. So I think that's as far as we're going to go with shadows. So now on to... have I done everything? I'm just looking around. I think that's everything. But I think I did these hair bits too little. So I can hardly see them when I'm zoomed out. So I'm just going to make them a little bit bigger. See if I can see them now when I'm zoomed out. Just about. Yeah, cool. Now I want to show you a little trick with highlighting. This is something that I love. So what we're going to do, we're going to close the whole bar. And we're going to go to add a vector layer. We're going to go to the pencil tool. Not the pen tool, the pencil tool this time. And now we're going to add our own little highlights where we think we need them. So let's go to tummy. We would actually have something here. And we're going to make that yellow. And then go to the blur mode, go to screen. And go to 20%. But if we I'll keep doing highlights and I'll show you. So we'd want on this side of the ear. So right here. The only thing about that streak, it does it every time. But yeah, you see how it's not gone into screen mode. So I'll just leave it a sec and I'll show you. Say this arm would actually be along this edge here. This side of his face a little bit. So this side the wing. You actually have it a little bit on each bit of the wing. Like that. I might have to come back and fix it afterwards. Trying to get through it to see a bit of the wood is closest where the sun would be. Maybe this bit here. And then this bit here. Maybe this end piece right here. On each side of the tape. There. 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 And there. On the legs. On each the leg. So by there and there. On the hair. So on this side of the hair. Just along this edge here. And here. You might not be able to see it because it's really straight. This little bit of the ear. And then on the head, what I like doing is just two little circles, like one here and one here. I don't know why, but that's just what I like doing. So let me show you now, because I think I've got enough there. So as you can see, they're all there. But if I go to this layer, this actually kept them all together. So that you don't have to pick each layer, they're just there. So now if I go to, even though it's not showing anything, if I go to stroke and turn it off, it turns them all off. If I go to the blend mode and go to screen, it'll turn them all to screen. And then down to 20%, it'll turn them all to 20%. Oh, hi Rennie. So yeah, as you can see, it's now looking like it should. Very cool. Might have to lighten that one back up because that was already done. I'll just grab that one. This one here. If I put that back to normal. Back up to 100%, it'll be like the rest. So there's probably lots of bits that I've missed out on, but there's our back for today's challenge. Let's turn that sun off and find it. Would be in here, no, just there. So I'll do that sun. There we go. Challenge 2, day 2. Our little bat friend. Hope you enjoyed. And I can't wait to do the next one, which is... What is the next one? The next one on live. So... Anywhere where there's red, down this light here. So the next one on live will be ghoul. So keep sending all the entries for the other days. I'll So yeah, next time we'll be doing the goal. So hopefully you learned something about the yellow purple technique. I know it's a bit boring listening to that same, doing the same thing over and over, but that is part and parcel of doing what we do on the. I used to hate doing that bit, now I love it. So I know how you're feeling. So yeah, any questions, anyone? Put it back to our Q&A. Any questions at all? If not, I think I'll call it there, and I'll see you on the next one.
Paint strokes hit the screen like a heartbeat. Teek Fox in the zone, can't skip a beat. Tutorials blaze and they spark the art. Digital canvas, when a legend starts.